Hey guys, what's up? It's Stereo10 here today, and I've decided, at least when going forward with this channel, I'm gonna make it mostly Weiss Schwarz and Pokemon related. There'll be some Pokemon videos, not many. I'll try to focus on Weiss Schwarz. From time to time you might see some video games coming up, but I think I'm gonna dedicate this channel mostly to Weiss because it's my favorite game. Um, But today I'm going to give you guys one of my favorite series is Disgaea. And Weiss Schwarz, it's just not competitive though. You can't maintain board with it. You can't really do anything. All the cards are either too costly or just underpowered, and usually a combination of both. So the only way to really play Disgaea in Weiss is to play Soul Rush. So that's what I'm going to give you guys today. It actually has an okay level 0 game, but everything after that, your opponent's level 0s will probably be able to take care of you until level 3, but you'll see. Okay, getting right into the deck. This is Soul Rush. This is Disgaea. It is 2 colors? 3 colors. Yeah, technically 3 colors. I'd like to include yellow for Mal, but red... The red engine is so strong, and it doesn't leave much room. And you'll see that I think the green supplements the engine a lot better. So at level 0, we have 3 Valvatore as Power of Sardines. If he's alone, or if there's only one other card, he's a 3500 that can't be reversed from your opponent's auto effects. SAO gets around this. A lot of sets have these cards that swap cards in your clock, or they put them to stock. For this reason, this card's not as good as you would like it to be. Other than that, I mean, it's a pretty serviceable card. But most sets now have like cards that send cards to clock, or they send them to stock. And when those happen, you're just kind of sad because you're really relying on having like hand advantage at least at level 0, because you're going to be bleeding like hand for the rest of the game after. You're playing 4 Werewolf Butler Fenrix. The sign for this is $20. I don't know why. It's a great card. You have 1 or less other cards on the board, it gives the other card 1500. 2 of these alone, 2 4Ks. Valvatores, he's a 5K. A 5K that can't be killed by bombs. Just old normal reverse bombs. Great card. Now at level 0, you also have 4 blue Descos. It's a brainstorm. It gives cards clone or death. It's completely irrelevant. It doesn't give anything 500 except for itself. But it has a tap itself, mill top 4, draw for each. In Disgaea, that's really the best you're going to get for an advantage engine. That's the best brainstorm you've got. It's the only plussing brainstorm you have in all of Disgaea. It kind of shows you how dated the entire set is. But then we go on and we have right here 62nd Netherworld President Axel. This card I know a lot of people might be confused about. It has a purpose. When it becomes reversed, you put it at the bottom of your deck. You also have the ability to tap 2 demons, which is pretty much everything in this deck except for, I think, Flan. Flan's not a demon. Flan is a demon. Okay, so basically tap 2 of anything in your deck and give a card plus 2K. Okay, so maybe your level 1s can get up to 7K, so that might be relevant, but probably not. Maybe, we'll see. This card's more here for color fixing. I completely disagree with this card as a whole. I think it's awful. Overlord Laharl is Vassalina. If this card managed to somehow kill something your opponent has, that's 2500 power and in the Age of Runners. So if somehow it does, and then they don't cancel the attack at all, and they didn't pitch a card in their opening hand, see, so much has to go right. And they didn't mill a card through some random mill effect, like a mill climax. You can put a card from your waiting room into your stock. So In reality, what this reads is you have a 2500 vanilla. Because every time I've played this, it's either against a runner or they have like a 5k on board. And I try to combo with Fenric, but usually it's like you either don't see them, they got like a 5k on board. Something happens and you just can't get over it. Or you attack and then they get the climax and you're just like, oh god, I'm playing... This card's literally dead for the rest of the game. He'll never kill anything past the first turn. Or you get to go first. Going first also makes this card fucking awful. But it's like the best you've got. And it fixes for green. So now, at level 1, we have 3 former Angel Flans. It gives all of your demon cards Encore from the hand. So... okay, keep your relevant cards alive, which is really good because all of your cards are horribly fucking small. They're going to die immediately. And then has auto. Pay 1. When it dies and goes to grave, if the number of climaxes in your waiting room is 4 or more, you can salvage 1. What's good about this is you can use the hand Encore on like your relevant cards after suiciding this and then send this to grave. And then pay the stock out and get the +1, only go -1 on hand for all of that. And then you're first. You have 2 climax combos at level 1 because it's like the only relevant thing you can do. The first one is Absolute Loyalty Fenric. He comes with a +2 soul. And when your opponent cancels the damage he's going for, so when you swing in there for 3, or you swing in there for like siding for 2, or you're on an open slot and you're swinging for 4, if they cancel that, you get to salvage 1. Which sounds okay, but salvage, as many people know, with Tu Lavru now in English, and it's in Japanese, and Japanese has a lot of other anti-salvages. This card... if you're fielding multiples, just hope they don't cancel the first one, because you're probably not going to end up salvaging then. Then you've got 4. Prince Lahar of the Netherworld. This is your other climax combo at level 1. It's got 3,000 power. It's kind of horrifyingly small. The Fenric had 5,000. Yeah, that climax combo was too strong, so they had to cut him down in power. But this one has a bond, so that's pretty good. Keeps your hand up. And Soul Rush is the biggest thing. You're going to be bleeding hand. You're going to be losing 3 cards a turn. And then you're going to be forced to clock draw every turn. And then even then, you're still losing 1 hand. It's a way to keep your hand up. It bonds to a backup, so it's like a 4/5 on defense. No, in reality, you end up crashing the backups. You just use them as fodder. And when it attacks, if you have the other +2 soul in the climax area, you get to top deck a card from your opponent's waiting room before the damage goes through. So on attack declaration, put a card on top. You're swinging for 3 instead of swinging for 3. You're swinging for 2, or you're siding for 1. It's pretty good odds. Siding against a level 2, you're getting a guaranteed damage. So it's a pretty good finisher. Especially considering the fact you don't really have any finishers in this deck, except for, well, you see one. Generic 1500 backup that you usually don't play as a backup, you use it as an attacker. Play 2 of them. Tempted to go to 3, because like triple fielding the Prince Lahar of the Netherworld, paying 3 stock, having 3 more in hand. It's a pretty good trade-off. It really is. Level 2, we actually have a 7,500 attack card. This is mid-boss. Probably one of the best cards in the set. If you have 5 or less cards in your waiting room, shuffle your waiting room back into deck, and your opponent burns 1. Also, when it becomes reversed, you can return it to your deck. So if you want it to go to the grave, you send it to the grave. If you want to put it back in your deck, you can. And that is actually very relevant, because at level 3, we have 1 Overlord Bale. If he is alone, gets plus 10,000 power, so he's at 20,000. Plus 2 soul, he's 4 soul. He can side attack a level 3 if he wants to, but I have no idea why you would do that, because when he kills your opponent's card, when they become reverse, you can put into your opponent's clock. So he's a clock shooter too. Guaranteed damage, always good. Now, cool little combos are at level 3 you go into with hopefully enough stock to do this. You have Overlord Laharl, who, when he's played, heal 1, and you can banish him to salvage 2, Angels or Demons. So basically everything in your deck. What you do is you grab out a Bale, you grab out Mid-Boss maybe for the refresh, definitely an Axel. Make sure you pay attention to your opponent's power. I've had opponents that had shitty boards. They had level 1s, and 7,500 was somehow bigger than their level 3s. It was 7,500 was bigger than their level 3 game. So in such a case, you'll want to get Axel. But you salvage those cards, you play the Bell, you crash in with these first, either Mid-Boss or Axel, send them back to the deck. You now can swing for 4 plus the clock shoot. You get to swing for 5. If you play down the +2 soul, who knows, maybe even swing for more. I think that's a little bit, but if you're in a bad situation, sometimes you may play that +2 soul, crash the 2, swing for 6, clock shoot, hope to God you win the game. This deck's pretty fucking bad, so you're probably going to be doing that quite often, actually. But now we have 5 events, 2 different events, though. The first one is They Are All Mine. Disgaea's got this really shitty gimmick where you shuffle a climax back into your opponent's deck, and then you play a +2 soul, and it's guaranteed to cancel, so hopefully you can salvage. But you shuffle the climax back into their deck, and then you get to blind stock 2. Never play this card just randomly, because blind stocking 2 means blind stocking 2 climaxes, let's be fair. It's there because you're also playing this level 2 event. It's 3 cost. Deal X damage to your opponent. X is equal to the number of climaxes in your waiting room. This is the most random ass burn card there is, because you're going to be burning sometimes for 6, sometimes you'll be burning for 2. Just depends on the situation that you're in. The green event is to help you get the stock for that, because you're going to need your Laharl loops, you're going to need your Bale at the end, you're going to need your stock for mid-boss, and 3 is a lot. And sometimes, oh, by the way, if you sandbag both of these events if you get them. You try to, at least, because the Mecha Jennifer, realistically, you're going to get to play 1, maybe 2. 2 is pretty sacky. That'd be pretty good. Can happen. But usually you can only really afford to play 1 Mecha Jennifer with the event, maybe 2. And then you're playing your +2 souls. And then if you're looking to tweak it a little bit, maybe add in a couple more They're All Mine. I just think giving them climax back it's anti-soul rush. But yeah, this is my take on Disgaea. I think this is one of the only real ways you can take a Disgaea to a locals or regionals, or they're pretty much the same except for one has more games, and have any hope of sacking someone. Because if you're not playing this shitty Soul Rush engine, maybe with yellow instead of some of the green tech, because yellow's got a 5 soul beater that can be relevant at times. If you're not playing Soul Rush, though, just know that you're gonna lose. So until next time, this is Serio Tenant signing out.